everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome! My name is Cali and this is my YouTube channel dedicated to all things nails and good vibes. Today I'm kicking off episode 1 of my journey to less toxic nail polish. I asked you guys over on my community tab what video you'd like to see today, and the most votes came in for a declutter with me video. I've been really looking forward to sharing this adventure with you and my process and everything, so before we get started I wanted to give a few disclaimers. Firstly, my process for decluttering will be following my own research on ingredients I'd personally like to move away from, basically just giving my collection a good cleanse since I haven't done that in a really long time. Second, just because I'm getting rid of a polish that contains one or more ingredients I'd like to avoid today does not mean that I will completely discontinue use of other polishes that do contain those same ingredients. Like I've said in my recent video and in the description of this video, if I'm using a polish at my own discretion that does still contain an ingredient from the list on my site, I will give full disclosure of course and direct you to that same page where you can do your own research and learn more. So to sum it up, just because a certain ingredient is a cause for decluttering today does not mean that you won't ever see it again in polishes I choose to still use. Third, just because I'm decluttering certain polishes because of certain ingredients, by no means does that translate to me telling you to do the same with your own collection. Everyone's journey is very different and unique to you based on which ingredients are most important to you personally, which ones aren't, and what research you've done. So I hope this video and ones to come inspire you to evaluate your own polishes and do a little decluttering yourself. So thank you for listening to all of that. I know that was a lot. Now don't forget to subscribe and let's get right into the video. So here's a look at all the polishes I'll be going through today. I decided to pick out a bunch of pink polishes for my collection. Most of these are older polishes or ones that I haven't used in a long time. There are a few in here that are a little bit newer, but most of these are pretty old, so that's another reason why I do want to declutter them. And also, I forgot to mention this in the beginning, but when I say declutter, I'm not just going to throw these away, and I don't really want to donate them since most of them are older, so I will probably be engaging in the Zoya Earth Day sale. That'll happen next month, I think. So I'm looking forward to that, but yeah, I'm not throwing these away, so don't worry. Or I might recycle them because there is a place local to me that will take nail polishes, so if you're doing the same, then make sure you do your research and dispose of them properly. So now let's move on to the first polish. The first polish I'll be showing you is called Pink Smart. It's from the brand Sinful Colors. This polish is so old. I've had it for so long. As you can see, it's very separated and it has served me well, but this one does contain benzophenone 1 and benzophenone 3, and for the most part I would like to try to stay away from these, especially in polishes that I could find the color in another brand that doesn't contain that ingredient, so I will be destashing this one. This next one is pretty old as well and a very nice color, and it's called Unicorns Are For Real. However, it does also contain benzophenone 1, so I will be destashing this one since I don't really use it anymore and I already explained about the ingredients, so I will be getting rid of this one. This next polish is from the OPI Infinite Shine 2 line and it's called Flashbulb Fuchsia. This one is very pretty and also quite a bit old in my collection, but this one also contains benzophenone 1 and another ingredient which is on the list on my website, and I don't know how to pronounce it for now, so I will highlight it on screen so you can see which one I'm talking about. But this one was very pretty and I think I will hang on to it for sentimental value. However, I won't be using this one anymore. This next polish is from the OPI Leather-like Finish polishes from their Grease collection. This one is called Electrify in Pink. This one is also a couple years old and it is such a unique finish. So this one also contains that same ingredient that I pointed out in the last polish, and I will highlight it on screen for you. And this one is very, very low on my list of polishes ingredients that I'd like to avoid, so I think I will hang on to this one because I don't use it very often and it is pretty unique, so I'm going to keep this one. Again, we have an OPI Infinite Shine 2 polish. This one is called Two Time in the Zones and it's from their Fiji collection. This one is several years old. Fun fact, this was actually the first full nail polish collection I ever purchased and I really love the colors of this one. I don't think I'll be using these anymore, but I am going to hang on to the full collection for posterity's sake, and these colors were so nice, but I know I can find the same sort of shades in better formulas, so I'm going to keep this one, but I probably won't be using it anymore. This next one is called Brush Stroke Blush, and it is from the brand Finger Paints, which is sold at Sally Beauty. This one was part of I believe it was like a birthday month box from Sally Beauty quite a few years ago, and this one does contain benzophenone 1 as well as acetyltributyl citrate, which is not very high on my list of worries, but this one is also very old and I never use it, so I will be getting rid of this one. This next one is relatively new to my collection. It's from the brand LBK Nail Lacquer and it's called Katie's Witness. I do really like the color of this one, but I will be decluttering it today because it contains benzophenone 1 as well as aluminum powder, that other ingredient that I haven't been tempted to pronounce yet. And there's another one in here called ferric ammonium ferrocyanide, which is so incredibly low on my list of concerns with polish ingredients. I still am willing to use polishes that do contain this one, but since it has a couple others in there that I would like to avoid at this time, I will be getting rid of this one. Next we have Samurai Breaks a Nail, and this is from OPI's, it was pretty recent I think, Tokyo collection. This one does contain benzophenone 1 and that other ingredient that I've been highlighting throughout the video, but I think I will keep this one since it's not one that I use often and it is very unique. And like I said, if it is an ingredient that I'm not super comfortable with, but I would like to use the polish occasionally, I'm willing to keep it. So like I said, everyone's collection and preferences are different, so I will be hanging on to this one. This next one is from China Glaze. I'm pretty sure it was a part of their Spring Fling collection, which is quite a few years old. It's called Kiss My Sherbet Lips. This one is a really beautiful pink, but it does contain quite a few ingredients that I'm not really happy with. It contains benzophenone 1, triphenyl phosphate, and that same ingredient that I've been highlighting all day, as well as ethyl tosilamide and camphor, so I'm really not happy with all of those ingredients, especially all at once. And this one is quite a bit older and not one that I reach for very often anymore, so I will be letting this one go. Another one from China Glaze, this one is called Pretty Fit. It was from their Chic Physique collection, I believe, and this has pretty much the same ingredient list as the last polish. However, this one does contain formaldehyde resin, as well as triphenyl phosphate, ethyl tosilamide, camphor, benzophenone 1, and I'm just not thrilled with that formula, and this one is quite a few years old and really not a color that I gravitate towards, so I am going to get rid of this one as well. Next we have another polish from the OPI Grease collection. This one is called You're the Shade That I Want. This one does contain benzophenone 1 and that other ingredient that I said I wasn't really worried about, acetyl tributyl citrate. That one is personally not a big deal to me, so this one I will be hanging on to, but I don't think I'm going to use it anymore. I just like to keep it for the name, and I really have other colors like this that I could use, so this one I'll be keeping, but I probably won't be using it too much anymore. Next we have a really unique one. This one is called Pink Bubbly and it's from OPI. I do believe I featured this in my most recent video before my break, and I actually really like this one, and it does contain that same ingredient that I've been highlighting throughout the video, like I keep saying, but much like the leather-like finish polish, this one isn't one that I use very often, and I do really like it. It is very unique to my collection, so I am going to hang on to this one. This next one is really pretty. It's from Morgan Taylor and it's called Be Girl Style. This one does contain benzophenone 1 as well as that ingredient I've been highlighting and haven't been brave enough to pronounce yet. And this one also contains isopropyl alcohol, which actually quite a few of these polishes do, whether I kept them or not. But again, for me personally, that is very low on my list of concerns, even though it is listed on my website for your reference. So I will be getting rid of this one because I do have a couple other polishes that are very similar in this formula and color. This next one is also from the OPI Infinite Shine 2 line. It's called The Color That Keeps On Giving. I think it was part of a holiday collection from a couple years ago. This one does contain that same ingredient I've been highlighting as well as benzophenone 1, and I will be keeping this one because it is pretty sentimental to me. I wore this during a very special occasion a couple years ago, but I probably won't be using it anymore, at least not as often, so I'm going to hang on to this one just for sentimental value. Next up, you might recognize this one if you've been on my channel for a long time. This one's called Peace, Love, and Polish. It's from the brand Color Club. This one is also pretty old. I got this one a really long time ago, but it does contain benzophenone 1 and a couple other things like aluminum powder, just things that are way lower on my list. But this one, like I said, is very old, so I don't think I really want to use this one anymore, but I will keep it once again for sentimental value. Next we have Trick of the Trade, also from Color Club. This one is also several years old, I believe. This is part of those polishes that we used to talk about on my blog and a little bit here on YouTube. These were like the Walmart exclusive, really good holographic polishes from Color Club. Once again, this contains pretty much the same as the other one. It just has benzophenone 1 and then aluminum powder. And this one, like I said about the other one, is old, so I don't think I'll use it as often. However, it is a really incredible holographic pink, so I think I'll hang on to it until I get a better one. Another one from OPI Infinite Shine 2, we have Don't Provoke the Plum, and this one contains benzophenone 1 as well as acetyltributyl citrate, and that other one that I've been highlighting throughout the video. So overall, this one, like I said, those other two aren't as big a deal to me personally, but I know I could get this one the same color in a different formula from a different brand, so I will be letting this one go. Next we have one from Sinful Colors. This one is called Safari Not Sorry. I do remember showing this one a lot on my channel a couple years ago. I love this color. This one only contains that ingredient that I've been highlighting throughout the day, and is just because it's by itself, it's not really a big deal to me, and I also haven't used this one in quite a while, but I will be hanging on to this one since the ingredients are a little bit better than some of the others I've seen today. Next we have Bodysuit Yourself from China Glaze. This is from their Chic Physique collection. Once again, contains pretty much that same mix of ingredients that the other two did. So formaldehyde resin and triphenyl phosphate, ethyl tosilamide, camphor, benzophenone 1, and the ingredient that I've been highlighting throughout the video, so I will be getting rid of this one. Next we have one from OPI. This one is called Spice of Peruvian Life, and this one contains benzophenone 1 as well as the ingredient I've been highlighting, and again, acetyltributyl citrate is not very high on my list, but it is in this polish, and this one I can't even tell you the last time I wore this one, and again, just those ingredients were ones that I was on the lookout for at the moment, so I will be getting rid of this one. Next we have a really unique one from China Glaze. This one's called Let's Celebrate, and it has sort of a small ingredient list compared to some of the others. This one does have a few in it that I will highlight on the screen, but they are not big concerns to me personally, so I will be keeping this one. This one's also a bit old, so I don't use it very often, and it is a really fun glitter, so I'm going to hang on to this one. Next we have one from Sinful Colors. This one is called Hush Money, and I'm going to be getting rid of this one, unfortunately, because I did use this one recently and it turned out to be one of my favorites that I hadn't thought about in a while. But this one does include quite a few ingredients that I'd like to move away from, including benzophenone 1, benzophenone 3, and that same one that I've been highlighting throughout the video, as well as a few others that you'll see on screen. So unfortunately, I will be getting rid of this one. I hope I can find another color like this because it is very pretty. This next one is from China Glaze, and it's called Where's the Party Cannon At? And this is from the China Glaze My Little Pony collection, which was such a fun collection of polishes. The only thing in this one is acetyltributyl citrate, and I am not super concerned about that one. It is very, very low on my list, like I've been repeating throughout the video, so I will be hanging on to this one. It is a little bit old and chunky, but it's still a really fun glitter, so I'm going to keep this one. The final two polishes I'll be going through are both from the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry line. This first one is called Cotton Candy, and it's from their Crayola polishes, and the second one is Pink Blink from their other regular Insta-Dry line, and these are very pretty, but I will be getting rid of them. At least Cotton Candy I'll be getting rid of. I think I'm going to keep Pink Blink, and I'll explain why in a second. And here is the list of ingredients. Sally polishes, most of them don't have the ingredients on the bottle, so I did look up the Insta-Dry line to see what ingredients there were, and there were actually quite a few that I wasn't really happy with, so I will be getting rid of Cotton Candy, and I'm not going to be using Pink Blink anymore, but I'm going to keep it since it is a very special polish to me. This one, you might know I did a review of the Insta-Dry polishes, and that is the most viewed video on my channel, so this one is very special, and I'm going to keep it in my nail polish shelf for posterity, like I said about some of the other polishes. So that was a whole lot to go through, but we made it to the end. So those are the last polishes I'm going to be decluttering today. So that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed watching me declutter a bunch of pink polishes, and let me know in the comments if you've been doing any decluttering lately or what ingredients you're on the lookout for personally. Like I was saying throughout the video, any of the ingredients I mentioned today are because of my own personal opinions and my personal research, so I really truly encourage you to do your own research before you follow what I say or what anyone else says. I have plenty of scientific resources and more official resources for you to learn more on your own, and that's why I made that whole less toxic guide on my website, so the link for that is always in the description box down below. So I really hope you'll check that out and learn more for yourself. So I'm very happy with the progress I made today. I know it was pretty much a small step compared to all the polishes I have, but I'm looking forward to doing more of this. This was quite a big video to do, a lot of work, but I definitely want to do more of these, and I know you can probably hear it in my voice. I to sound a little bit tired now. I had a very long day, but I did want to get this video finished, so I'm glad I was able to, and I had fun sharing these polishes with you, and I'm looking forward to replacing the ones that I was getting rid of, or at least get some new colors and new things and bring in some, like I said, less toxic polishes into my collection. So hopefully probably next week sometime I want to do a kind of less toxic nail polish shopping with me vlog or something, so you'll see that next week. And like I've been saying, let me know in the comments what types of videos you'd like to see, or if you have any questions about this whole new journey of mine, feel free to ask. I really enjoy conversing with you guys in the comments. And I also wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who showed so much support on my video, my big video the other day where I talked about everything and my journey and what's been going on. So I really appreciate everyone's kind words on that video. So if you were one of the people who left a really sweet comment or just watched the video in general, I really appreciate your support so much. And like I said on my social media, it just made me tear up seeing all the support, and it was just so much positivity, and that was really great. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you again very soon for another video. Same nail time, same nail channel. Have a polished rest of your day. Bye!
She started